Chaityas and Viharas. Buddhism and Jainism introduced the art of rock-cut caves. The caves were cut out of huge solid rocks. The Buddhist and Jain monks lived in these caves and meditated. About 1,200 Buddhist and Jain cave structures are found in India. The most famous ones are those found at Ajanta and Ellora in Aurangabad, Nasik and Karle. Chaitya is a hall of worship. It is a rectangular hall with finely polished interior walls. There were a number of well-proportioned columns. A semicircular roof stood over these columns. On either side of the hall were large entrances. Opposite the entrance, at one end of the hall, stood a stupa. The Chaitya Hall, Karle, is the oldest rock-cut cave temple found near Pune in Maharashtra. It is said to have been built between 125 BC and 100 BC. The Chaitya Hall is cut off a solid rock to a depth of about 124 feet. It is 40 meters long, 15 meters high, and 15 meters broad. Inside, there are 37 octagonal pillars of remarkable beauty. Some of these pillars have capitals. All the columns have capitals with carvings of a kneeling elephant mounted on the bell-shaped bases. The stupa at the end of the Chaitya Hall has an umbrella at the top, suggesting its association with Buddhism. There is a wooden facade made of teak wood. This facade makes it look as if the entire structure is resting on the back of an elephant with ivory tusks and metal ornaments. The Chaitya Hall was used for prayers and meetings. The Viharas were the monasteries for monks to live in. These were built near the Chaityas. At Udaigiri in Orissa, Jain cave temples belonging to the period of King Kharvela have been excavated. During Ashokan period, the caves were just plain rooms, small in size and opened to the central hall. They were just enough for one person to sleep. In some viharas, simple bed-like structures with shells have been found. The Ajanta and Ellora caves are situated near Aurangabad in Maharashtra. Both are carved out of a huge rock about 380 meters wide and 80 meters high. At Ajanta and Ellora, there are Chaityas and Viharas. Let us now discuss their characteristic feature. The caves at Ajanta represent both Hinayana and Mahayana sects of Buddhism, as well as Jainism and Hinduism. Of the many Chaityas, cave number 19 is the most remarkable. There are standing figures of Buddha inside the cave. It has carved pillars and capitals. An imposing stupa with a standing image of Buddha is found at the end of the hall. The entire facade of this cave is sculptured and has an impressive front. The Viharas at Ajanta are of different sizes. While some are near the Chaityas, others are found at convenient places at a distance. These Viharas vary from a single cell to a double-storied structure consisting of a number of cells and a portico. The Ajanta caves were built from 2nd century BC to about 7th century AD. These caves were constructed according to a floor plan with definite dimensions. Frescoes are paintings done on wet plaster in which colors become fixed as the plaster dries. The Ajanta frescoes have a special importance of their own. They are found on the walls and ceilings at Ajanta. The painting reflects different phases of Indian culture, from Buddha's birth to the 8th century AD. Natural colors like purple, white, green, brown, yellow, blue and black were used in these paintings. The frescoes seem as fresh as ever. They depict the themes of court life, feasting, processions, men and women at work, festivals, various natural scenes, including wild animals, birds, and flowers. The artists have used the technique of shading to give a three-dimensional quality. Similarly, at Bagh Caves, 150 kilometers to the north of Ajanta, beautiful fresco paintings have been found. Though the themes in these paintings are both secular and religious, they depict some aspects of Buddhist life and rituals. One of the most famous paintings shows a procession of elephants. Another painting depicts a dancer and women musicians. These paintings have been influenced by the Ajanta style of paintings. About 48 kilometers from Ajanta, situated in Aurangabad district, Ellora caves are 35 in number, out of which 18 pertain to Hindu religion, 12 to Buddhist, and 5 to Jain religion. They are carved out of a volcanic hillock. They are both Chaityas and Viharas. The most famous chaitya is Vishwakarma Chaitya, and the most famous Vihara is Mahawada Vihara. The Vishwakarma has 28 pillars. It has an 8-meter-high stupa with a beautiful statue of Buddha in a sitting position with attendants on either side. There are 12 rock-cut Viharas at Ellora. The Mahawada Vihara has a large hall with 24 pillars and 23 cells on its sides.